All right. Good evening. How is everybody tonight? Give it a moment here. I hope everybody is doing well. Uh, all right, we're going to be talking about what we need to be doing moving forward. We're going to be talking about some other stuff that's going on. I'm pretty sure probably most of you have seen that they passed a 900 billion stimulus bill, and I want to talk about that in a moment as well. But before we get into everything, I just want to remind everybody if we have any kind of uh, issues or any kind of problems, that I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So just be patient. We've been doing much, much better since we changed out the camera. So that has been very, very helpful. Also, I want to remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. So I would ask you all to please be decent in the chat, no racism, no nastiness. If you can't follow those simple rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here because we're not going to take any of the stuff like that. So, uh, all the yeah, I saw. Okay, we'll talk about that too. Yeah, somebody said, "What's going on with the fake Pence getting jabbed?" We'll we'll get into that as well. But so anyway, um, yeah, it's funny. I was watching. There was one that I watched where they were supposedly giving the shot, and when they pulled the shot out, there was no needle in the head anymore. I'm like, where did that go? I mean, it was just bizarre. Pandora is fine. So weird this morning because I mean, earlier this morning she was absolutely fine. Came back in the house and then she just, she was sleeping, and then all of a sudden it was just I hear this like thrashing, and I'm like, what in the heck? And I got up, and she couldn't stand up, and it was all kinds of issues, and it was very, very weird, what had happened to her, and I thought she had stroked out or something because it was really weird the way she was acting, and so, but like within inside of a couple of minutes, um, I've seen three fake shot videos in the last 2 days. Yeah, I mean, how stupid do they think people are with that? You know, but yeah, so anyway, Pandora's fine. And it was very weird what the way that what I don't know what was going. I don't know if it was a tick, but there wouldn't be any ticks this time of year. So I mean, there's not ticks out there in the winter. So I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with her, but it was very, very strange, very, very strange. But like right now, she's fine. So I don't know what to say about that. But we'll go. We'll go. I want to talk about these shots. The one shot that I saw supposedly being given, the cap was still on a needle. I mean, come on. I mean, do they really think that people are that stupid? I mean, if you're gonna do a placebo shot, do the placebo shot. You know what I mean? You know, it's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. So, that they think that they can, on camera scam people into thinking, oh yeah, they're getting a shot. And like I said, even if they show them on camera getting a shot, I still don't believe it because again, I have a dog that has seizures when it's dehydrated. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, I really, guys, I have no idea. I mean, the puppies are 3, so I don't know what the issue is with that. So paid actors always recover well, and JJ says, yeah, like I said, it's just the whole thing is just ridiculous. I mean, all these, Pence and all of them supposedly getting, inoculated on TV and stuff. Even if you saw them actually getting something, I wouldn't believe that it was the shot itself. So that's just me. Um, Rub corn syrup on the dog's gum for sugar. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what was going on with her. It was like, hopefully, it's a one-time thing, um, and she'll be fine. I'm hoping. So, but all right. So here I want to talk about the stimulus bill really quickly first of all. So they finally, after months and months of nonsense, have passed this stimulus bill, right? And here's what I find interesting with this whole thing. So people think, "Oh my God, yes, they finally done it. We're getting a whopping $600, big deal, right? $600 for the sheep, right? Exactly. Whopping $600 per person, big deal. What is that? Realistically, what is that going to do? How much is that going to help? That first of all, that part's just a slap in the face, realistically. And so he said, too little, too late. Well, here's the best part. Yeah, you know what? I am tired, Barbara. I am. I have not been sleeping well probably for the last week, and I don't know what's going on. I'll go to sleep. I'll sleep for like 3 hours and I wake up, and it's just, I don't know what's going on. So I literally just woke up. I took a couple hour nap before the stream, and I was having the most bizarre dreams. I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? Very bizarre. Hey, full of hope. UK and Ireland, the new strain is bad. Two in my family. It's worse symptoms for young people. Locked up for Christmas. Truck stop from the European Union. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about that really quickly. All of a sudden they got this new strain, which doesn't. You know what? And I've talked about mutations before. Things are going to. Things are definitely going to mutate. That happens, and it's kind of bizarre that all of a sudden now this mutation has hit the UK just in time for the shot. And realistically, how bad is it? Is it bad enough? Okay, so here's my question to the people in the UK that are watching: have they shut down all the stores and everything else? Because it's supposed to be like 70 times more infectious, is what I was hearing from what I was reading. So if they shut down absolutely everything, so where you can't even supposedly go out of your house, because realistically, if that is the case, if it is 70 times more deadly, and if it is so bad, why would grocery stores still be open? Why would, like hardware stores and stuff like that? So anybody, London is empty, full of hope said. Yeah, but are the stores still open? Can people still go out for that type of stuff? So I'm just curious to what you guys have to say about that. Anybody from the UK? But again, and I know that they're like restricting travel. I know that they have like right now, and I thought this was funny. They have a 24-hour ban for flying and stuff like that. Italy and other, yep, stop flights from the entering the UK. Yeah, but for right now, right now they've done it for a 24-hour period until they reevaluate it. So I think that was kind of like ridiculous. 70%, not 70 times. Okay, 70% more. Okay. All right. Thank you for clearing that up. I made a mistake. Oh yeah, for me, it's like, here's the problem that I have. Okay, and does this make any kind of sense? And we're gonna run this through again. So they want you to take this vaccine, right? That's what they're trouting out there. Oh my God, you got to take this vaccine. You need it. But if you get it, you still have to wear a mask. You can still get the virus. Oh yeah, and we're not going to tell you what's in the vaccine. And if there's any kind of side effects, you can't go after anybody for any kind of compensation. Oh yeah, sign me right up for that. Does that make any sense at all? Hey, J Medic, why aren't medical professionals wearing gloves when administering the vaccine? Well, that's a good question as well. That absolutely they should be, you know. And the thing is, like I said, with everything that I've seen, with everything that is going on, I think, in my opinion, we're being played so badly. It is actually pretty sad. It really is pretty sad how badly we're being played. So, but yeah. Flights halted from here, Canada from the UK. Okay, but again, they never have been able to contain this in the first place. And, how I heard it was the UK and South Africa were having the same kind of kind of strain. So again, I mean, who knows? We're being played and played and played. And exactly, do you believe what they're saying realistically? It's hard. It's really really hard at this point to believe anything that they say. Because it's like you don't know if they're full of crap or if they're telling the truth, because they haven't been forthcoming all along in the beginning of this anyway. My problem is from the very beginning. Okay, and let's go back to the very beginning of this. So this breaks out in China. We have this breakout in China, but yet they still let people fly in and out of China like crazy. They let people fly from China all over the world. And oh my God, then it spreads all over the place. It was literally like, okay, it's here. Let's go spread it everywhere. That's what it just seemed like. I mean, that's that, if it was this horrible, horrible, deadly thing, you would have shut down China. They would have shut down China completely, banned all travel right from the very get go. So none of this makes sense. None of it makes sense. They're not even cleaning the injection site with alcohol. Forest ships just said that. Yeah, it's just like I said, the whole thing is not making any kind of sense. None of it's making any kind of sense. I don't, like I said, I call me skeptical. I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. That's just me. And I just, with everything that is going on, none of it makes any kind of sense. None of it does. 5 million people fled China and traveled abroad after the breakout, JJ just said. Yeah, and exactly. So now what? Just supporting the channel, bud. Thanks for all the hard work. And hold on a second. I want to read the rest of that. In this unprecedented year, Merry Christmas. Bizariza. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I know that you're getting some views on your new series, which is good. I've watched myself. So thank you very much for the donation. And Merry Christmas to you too. And actually, everybody else watching, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a great one. Hey, Mountain Kayaker, I'm an advocate of questioning everything. Yeah, I am too. With everything that I have seen, with everything, the manipulation is beyond belief. You've destroyed this country. You've destroyed countries all over the world with everything that is going on. It's playtime, obviously, as you hear. They will calm down. But and who do we got? That's Caesar and Hella playing over there because Miss Pandora is right here. But yeah, it's just like I said, and I honestly, okay, so I just said Merry Christmas to everybody because I cannot stand this Happy Holidays nonsense. Won't do it. Here's my thing: if you're Jewish, then Happy Hanukkah. Okay, whatever you follow, happy whatever you're into. But I grew up saying Merry Christmas. It's It's a Christian holiday. That's what we've always celebrated here in the United States. And so to me, it will be Merry Christmas until they put me in the ground. So, but anyway, so guys, we got 1,100 people in the chat. We got 340 thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you for doing that ahead of time. I do appreciate it. Also, again, it really helps with the algorithm. So the more interaction we have, obviously it pushes us up higher in the rankings. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. And thank you. Also, I like to see a lot of thumbs up is the third reason. So being honest. So thank you again for that reason. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon and to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time for that as well. But yeah, it's yeah, Pandora's doing okay. She's absolutely fine. So it was literally I don't even want to say 5 minutes, maybe about a 5-minute episode. And it was just very, very bizarre. And little pup wants to play. Yeah, I'll tell you what, she's going after both of the bigger dogs like crazy. I mean, when they have enough, believe me, they let her know. But yeah, she's going to be something else. She's going to be something else. She's already a handful, trust me. But she's a good girl. Um, but anyway, with everything going on, like I said, again, I'm not going to be BS'd anymore. I'm just not. I bought into it, and I've said it right. I've said it on here before. When this whole thing first started, I was like, oh my God, this is like the worst thing going. We have this terrible, terrible plague happening all over the world. And then, when you are hearing somebody gets in a motorcycle accident and dies, and they're calling it COVID, when you have people having heart attacks and dying, and they're calling it COVID, that's BS. And I'm sorry. So, are the numbers being manipulated? Absolutely 100%. Now, coronavirus is a form of the flu. Okay, that's a fact. Same exact symptoms of the flu. Hey, Red Wolves 2015. Hey, Ed, what do you think about the event tomorrow night with Jupiter and Saturn are going to watch outside? Yes. If it's something that happens once every 800 years, if it's a clear night, I definitely want to check it out. I think it'd be very, very cool. Jupiter and Saturn line up, and it happens once every 800 years. And so I think that's pretty cool. And so, yes, I definitely will be. If it's a clear night, I want to be out there looking at it. Hold on a second. We got a couple more comments here. Can you talk a little bit about Biden gun control executive orders he plans to do? I will. I will talk about that, Z Redmans. I will talk about that in a moment. Thank you very much for the donation. And Amber Hartfield, stay safe, everyone, in the live chat too. Thank you very much, Amber. I appreciate that as well. All right, so let's talk about Biden talking about doing, and I love it when they say, and this is my favorite of all, common sense gun control. Okay, how's that working out for New York City? How's that working out for Chicago? Okay, you have the average citizen has been disarmed, and that's what they want. They want the average citizen disarmed. The criminals and the police officers are always going to have guns, period. Because criminals do not care about gun laws. The Sandy Hook, they always love to jump on that one and talk about that one. All right. You're talking about a mentally disturbed young man. Hey, Asa, tomorrow a major earthquake, 7.5 plus with conjunction. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not. That would be, depending on especially where it was too. But thank you for the donation. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But they always trout Sandy Hook, right? You hear about it all the time. Oh my God, the whole Sandy Hook thing. We were talking about a mentally disturbed young man that killed his mother, got into her gun cabinet and took her weapons. Okay. So she had those weapons legally. He took them and then he went and did what he did. Okay. That's, no, stop. If people have mental disorders, that's, they obviously should not be having weapons if they have all kinds of issues. They should not. If you're a paranoid delusion, if you have, schizophrenic, all those, they should not be having guns. They just shouldn't. Okay. Because they're disturbed. If they're on psychotropic medication, probably not a good idea to have a gun. Okay. But again, so where's the correlation with that and your pothead that goes and gets his medical marijuana card? Now he's not allowed to buy guns anymore. How does that make any kind of sense at all? Okay. And I'm going to tell you what, I've smoked plenty of weed in my life. Okay. I have nothing against it. For me personally, if I get high, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to get a sandwich, and that's pretty much it. You never ever see, I've never seen it. Somebody gets stoned, go out and shoot up the neighborhood. It does not happen. It doesn't happen. Okay. The pothead has loaded potato chips, right? Exactly. So yeah, it's just, it amazes me. And again, so Biden's talking about he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and stuff like that. Again, they have been talking that for years and years and years. And so what it's going to come down to realistically, we're going to have to make decisions as individuals. Are we going to just comply continuously, with things that are, I'm sorry, right in the Constitution, shall not be infringed. What does that mean? To me, that means you're not making up draconian gun laws to satisfy you or your constituents to make yourselves feel safe, but yet at the same time, people like Schumer and Pelosi and the rest of them have armed bodyguards, or they live in gated communities where they have armed guards. Okay, unless you're offering that to everybody to have armed protection, then no. Okay, I have the right to defend myself. I have a right to protect myself. I have a right to protect my property. If somebody comes in here and tries to do something stupid, they're not walking out. Period. Okay, that's just a fact. There's an old saying, and I want you guys to remember this: dead men don't tell lies. I saw an article, and I can't remember what state it was in. Somebody had fallen through a skylight, breaking into somebody's house, and they ended up suing the homeowner and won because of their injuries. Now, I'm sorry, but you know what? That's insanity. So the legal system is completely skewed and messed up in the first place when it protects the criminals against law-abiding citizens. Okay, and realistically, what is a law-abiding citizen? I mean, it's just it. As soon as they pass certain things, and if you don't abide by them, now all of a sudden you're a criminal, and that's messed up. That is messed up. So, as far as Biden putting in things, executive orders, we'll see what happens with that. And again, it's going to come down to state, and actually citizen to citizen, depending on what you as an individual are willing to tolerate and put up with. Are you going to be controlled? Are you going to let them dictate what you can and cannot do? It is getting worse and worse all the time. Okay. Yeah, I obey my personal laws all the time. Yeah, Randy Romines, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. You know, it's ridiculous that, now I live in the country. Obviously, you guys know that I live in the country. We have wild animals out here. I had to put down a rabid raccoon. Was it last year? I think it might have been last year. We had a rabid raccoon whacked out in the middle of the day, and I had to put that raccoon down. But again, what are you going to do if you're not allowed to own a weapon? What, am I going to beat it with a stick and let it attack me? I mean, it's lunacy. It's absolute lunacy. And again, I go by what the Second Amendment says: shall not be infringed. So as long as I'm not out doing something to hurt anybody else, who cares what I have? How is that anybody's business what I have? If I'm not out hurting anybody, you know. A lot of people have things because, just in case. Once again, it's with prepping. It's a big part of prepping. Obviously, it's a big thing that people that do. We prepare for whatever is going to happen. What am I going to do in a post event when all the criminals still have their weapons and I have been disarmed by my government? I'm going to shake a stick at them when they come to try to take all my stuff? I mean, come on. Hey, Amber, will there be a massive shutdown nationwide? That's hard to say. It is absolutely hard to say. Yeah, my slingshot is lethal. There you go. Um, but it's hard to say what they're going to do. I don't know. Moving forward, if we come up with some strain here in the U.S., it wouldn't shock me. I'll be honest with you; it would not shock me at all if they try to do a nationwide lockdown or a regional shutdown. Like if whatever region they said was, oh my God, it's so terrible over here that we're going to need to lock down this part of the country. That wouldn't shock me at all. So, yeah, I just, the manipulation is very, very bad. So many people have bought into it, hook, line, and sinker, and they're hiding in their homes. I'm sorry. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do what I want to do, like I always do. And I stay pretty close to home anyway, just because there's stuff that I want to do here. So it's just let's see. I heard people in the nursing homes have to take the vaccine. I wonder if they will die. You know, again, it's I keep hearing a lot of people saying, "Oh, they're forcing." Nothing is forced at this point. It is not being forced at this point. Okay. Yeah. What about Biden's 100-day mask law? Let's see if that works, because I don't think you're going to see that happen. You're going to still have people that are not going to comply. And I know one of them that's sitting right in front of y'all that's holding a can of green tea. I don't know who that is, but I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not doing it. So, not for the flu. It's something that is killing just a small percentage of people, and the people that it's killing are generally people that are compromised in the first place. So hey, mountain kayaker, Newsom passed a bill making pedophilia legal. No, in California, I don't know about. I would have to see that, because if that's the case, then California's way far more gone than I thought. I don't know if somebody tell me that's not true. Please, somebody tell me that that's not true. It's mutated into two different viruses. It comes to the States, yes, they'll shut us down. My, let's see. Well, if they did that, that's disgusting. If they passed a law that pedophilia is okay, I want to see the people that are openly touting that they're pedophiles, because hopefully there's people with enough stones in this country to take care of those type of people. Because I'm gonna tell you what, anybody that has children, if you think that that's okay, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know, yeah, I don't. Hey, Route Terror, do you also own handcuffs and restraints? Sometimes we may need to tie down and torture an intruder. Hold on a second. Find out where he came from and if he's alone. Well, yeah, we we would be able to take care of that. That wouldn't be a problem. That wouldn't be a problem. But that's, yeah. Well, I don't own handcuffs, but uh, anybody can be restrained, and there's all kinds of fun ways to get information out of people. Uh, Not true. Somebody's saying it's not true. Yeah, I would have a real hard time believing that the majority of people in California would be okay with that. Yeah, zip ties. Well, yeah, zip ties will do it too. But Walking Dead protocol. Yeah, right. No, like I said, what would happen in a post event? We can sit here and we can speculate all day long. Okay, and we can also sit here all day long and say what we would or would not do. Okay, that's easy. That's easy to say. But until you're faced with that situation realistically, you're not going to know what you're going to do until that situation presents itself. Would you be able to torture somebody to find out information? I mean, could you? I mean, you have to think about that. They, California, changed the age of consent. Ah, okay. What did they change the age to, Bizarrizza? Jennifer Watson lost everything she owns in a house fire. We need to step up and help out if possible. What I don't who is 16? They changed it to 16. Uh DAs in California now letting cop killers walk because the killers were financially challenged. Seriously, Google it. Really? It's everything's lost. People have lost their minds. They've lost their minds. Defunding the police, that's like the biggest thing, right? That's just asking for problems. That's just absolutely asking for problems. You know, we got some serious problems in this country. Serious problems, and I think, like I said, I think things are going to come to a head at some point. I really do. Just because of everything that's been going on, everything that you're seeing. Hey, mountain kayaker. Bill is B or SB 145. All right, I'll have to check that out. if you could email me that so that I have that information. If you could email me that, just let me know, okay? Yeah, some humans have lost their way. They sure have, you know. They absolutely have. It seems like we're in a war season or a false flag season. I really do. May God deliver us. Yeah, it's just I definitely it is amazing to me how much people will tolerate, how much they'll go, okay, and I'll just go along with no concrete proof of anything. I mean, when they shut us all down here the first time, I mean, like I said, I bought into it. I absolutely bought into it. I thought that, oh my God, we have this horrible virus that's killing a large number of people intermittently, and we needed to be concerned. And so I had my concerns. I thought it was true, and I jumped on that bandwagon. And as things moved on and paying attention to stuff, you just see how badly we're being manipulated, and it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy, guys. I see we're up to 1,500 people in the chat. We're at 627 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to do so, please, to show support for the channel. And thank you for that ahead of time. Hello. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, the better often, we'll be with the rankings. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. So thank you for that reason as well. And of course, the third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So thank you for that as well. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to also get all notifications as well. I want to talk about my website really, really quickly. We have the Prepper Nurse One community on my website at preppernurse1.com. So definitely go over there, check that out. We set that up for you guys to connect with like-minded people. So go there. You do have to register, but it is totally free. No credit card information is asked or at all, but it's private. So you have to register to be able to go in there, read the message boards, look for people in your state or your country, and it's a great place to connect with like-minded people. Now Max and Hella are going at it here. Also on my website, we have the Forefathers CBD and Hemp Store. Hella, no. So definitely go in there if you want your CBD or hemp products. And if you go to my website again, preppernurse1.com, you'll see their icon go by. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you go there, if you decide to make a purchase, you can save 15% when you check out if you use the discount code PrepperNurse1, and obviously it's the number 1, not ONE. Okay, so definitely take advantage of that as well. Also, we have the Legacy freeze-dried food. So if you go to my website again, preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it'll drop down. You'll see Legacy. Click on that. If you decide to make a purchase there, they have the freeze-dried foods with the 25-year shelf life, and that's available as well. So definitely take advantage of all those things. The CBD products are a really good thing to have, guys. They have a lot of uses. They help with a lot of different things. Now, if you have questions, if you have a certain ailment that you have questions about, I would encourage you to call the store, talk to them, and they will walk you through things. They're really good with that, and they have the answers where I don't. I don't know exactly what CBD products to use for whatever the things, because that's not my forte. It's not what I do. I use CBD products myself. She's going to get too big to climb under that bed real soon. I don't know how she keeps doing it. She just climbed under the bed. There's literally that much space, and she keeps climbing under there. So, but anyway, so again, the Legacy freeze-dried foods is a real good thing to have in your preps, in my opinion, because with everything that's going on, having different choices when the time comes, your canned goods, your beans and your rice and all those other things as well, it's good to have. But having a freeze-dried food is a good thing as well. Hey, Full of Hope, is anyone like me suffering from poor sleep, naps with nightmares, fatigue, headaches, eye strain? If you do, please press 3. Right. You may be entitled to some compensation. Yeah. Is 2020 causing you stress? Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Yeah. But Yeah, again, with the whole thing with, they're them trying to trout out that they're going to pass all these different gun laws and stuff like that. We'll have to, like I said, you're going to have to make choices. You're going to have to make choices of what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, and that's that goes with everybody. So, uh, what does one do if the? Oh, hold on a second. I want to read that comment. Um, what does one do if the employer enforces a COVID-19 vaccine? Now, again, that's a personal choice. Again, either you say, yeah, you'll take it, or no, you won't. That's what it comes down to. Asa said, if you want a legacy, put legacy food as a prep. There you go. Thanks for that, Asif, and thank you for the donation. And then we had Route Terror. You have a P.O. box to send fan mail or gifts? Yes, I do. It's always down in the description, guys, but I'll tell it here again really quickly. It's P.O. Box 432. It is Dansville, New York, Dansville, New York 14437. So P.O. Box 432, Dansville, New York 14437. And so everybody too that is sending cards and everything again, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you for all the Christmas cards and everything. I really do appreciate it. So thank you for all that as well. Yeah, you have a choice with any job. Okay, with any job out there, what again, and I've said this before and I'll say this again really quickly. In any job that we have, whatever you're going to be doing, there is a certain amount of crap, and now you can use the other word if you would like, that you have to eat. What it comes down to is what is an acceptable amount of crap you wish to eat. Okay. And we all have to make that choice. We all have to make that choice. If you're in a job and they're saying that you have to do this or you have to get that vaccine, you have the choice to say, no, I'm not. And if you can get the group of people that you work with and work together, as a collective and say, no, we're not taking this vaccine. They're not firing everybody. Okay. They're not going to do it because that would just destroy them. Hey, MBG, did Heather get the package I sent? Just wanted to make sure. Yes, Marcia, it did come. She hasn't seen it yet because she has not been back home yet. But I will see her around Christmas. And thank you very much for thinking of Heather. That was very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. I opened it because I thought it was for me. Because when something comes to the P.O. box, I always think that it's for me. So, so I saw what you sent. So thank you very much. It was very, very kind of you to think of Heather. And I do appreciate that. Doug and Stacy are here watching. I like their channel too. Doug and Stacy are awesome. So they're actually building a place for his mother, I believe, right now, which I think is awesome too, because obviously I have my mom and my sister here at the homestead as well, and I think that family to me, and I know it. Family doesn't always mean blood. Let me just clarify that right in the beginning. There's people out here watching this show that I consider family that are not blood related. Hey, Josh, 350 Cummings. Where did you see this? Where do I see this country in 2021? There's a lot of factors that are going to see what happens first. It's hard to say. It is really, really hard to say. Thank you for the donation, but I really don't have an answer for that. It's kind of scary, to be honest with you. Who knows what's going to happen here moving forward? It's insanity, to be honest with you. But yeah, there's too many unknowns going into this next year to say, yeah, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. It's crazy. But anyway, going back to talking about family. I know, like I said, did Doug and Stacy are building a place I believe it's his mother, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, Hurricane Rip. Hey Ed, it's been a while, but I have seen your videos. No COVID vacation for me. We are being played. Yeah, I believe we are as well. Thank you very much for the donation and stuff like that, and I appreciate that, and thank you for the statement. But again, family is not always blood. Okay, so having people that you surround yourself with that are good people, that are going to have your back, that are going to work with you. I think that's hugely, hugely important. Trust is a huge, huge thing. I have family members that I wouldn't want here. Okay. So, you know, and if they came, I would tell them that no, sorry, you can't come. They're not trustworthy. I don't trust them. I don't think that they would have my back. Now, other family members, I absolutely do think that they would have my back. But I have a lot of people that are friends that I absolutely would want them to be here because I trust them. I've known them for years and years and years. They've had my back. I've had their back. So that's when I say family. That's what I mean by family. Hey, Bud Pesmol. Most of us are so far down the queue. Hold on a second. Uh, QUE for a vacation jab that we will never get it even if we want it. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. I love how they have that's a great statement actually. They're doling it out who they want to give it to. And I think that that's kind of interesting as well. And most of us would not be on that list. We're not a lot of us are not what are the essential workers if you will. So, you know, that our families must be related. That's funny. Prepper Nation just said that. Again, I think with every family and you're going to have the dynamics that some people are going to be awesome and some are not. And that unfortunately happens a lot, a lot. So you just have to kind of go with the flow, pick and choose. Again, are you going to have people? And I want you to think about this because this is really important. If, or I should say, when something major happens in this country and we have to make some hard decisions. All right. Do you want the people around you that are planning on sitting on their behinds and letting you take care of everything? Or do you want the kind of people that are going to get up every day and go, okay, what do we need to do to make our lives better? Those are the people I want to have around me. I want to have people that are team players, that are willing to work together, that don't think, well, I'm in charge and I make the decision, so I'm not doing anything. I'm going to tell you what, a true leader is going to jump in the trenches and do the dirty work just like everybody else because nobody is any better than anybody else. That's the reality of it. That is really the reality of it. Let's see. They're giving the vax to those who really can't fight back: healthcare, elderly, and the military. Well, the military is not going to have a choice because they are property, so they don't have a choice. Again, the elderly in the nursing homes, they have been manipulated so badly that a lot of them believe whatever they're told. So they'll go ahead and do they'll do what they're told. And your nurses and your doctors. Some of them out there are not going to get it. I'm telling you right now. Actually, I want to ask this. Asif's in the chat here. Nose pick and read the chat about Jennifer Watson house fire. I must have missed somebody. Somebody had said that she had a house fire. So okay, I must have missed what she had said. Darth Tater, I'm completely in favor of the politicians getting the untested vaccine first. Oh, me too. Yeah, let them really get it, not the placebos, not the ones with the caps on, and that type of stuff. Let's see them really get it. But what was I going to say here? I was going to say something here. I'm losing my train of thought. But I was talking about, like I said, with the nurses and stuff like that. Oh, I know I was going to ask Asif. Asif, do you plan on getting the vaccination as a doctor? That was what I wanted to find out. So, because I know Asif's in the chat. So, Jennifer Watson lost everything to a fire. She has 3 kids. Hold on a second. 7, 15, and 16. She got Zelly hooked up to contribute to her kids so they can still have Christmas. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, fires are a brutal way to lose everything. As long as everybody's still alive, that's the most important thing. But yeah, that's not good at all. Asif said, "I'm not sure at this time." Okay, well that is an honest answer, and I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll research more about it. And I don't blame you there. I think people really do need to do the research. Um, I have some major concerns when it comes to the vaccination when we are not allowed to know what's in it, number one. Number two, when they're not releasing the information of the studies for 2 years. Hey, Route Terror, would you ever grow your own tobacco? Can barter with it? I don't know if it would grow well up here, to be honest with you. You know, did you hear about plant-based proteins? They want us on it by 2030. I don't know. I hadn't heard about that. Eating more. Is there a GoFundMe for her? Yeah. Does somebody have something set up for Jennifer, a GoFundMe account or something that people could be able to donate to? Is there anything set up for her for that so that, hopefully people can help out so that her kids can have Christmas? Let's see. Thank you very much for the donation, Minda. How are you doing today? How's the hair business going? I'm sure that's got to be interesting with everybody having to wear a mask. Thank you very much, though, for the donation as well. Uh, I'm working on the issue with Jennifer Watson. JJ said, okay. So yeah, that's she will be back in the chat later. She took her hubby to work. Okay, Jean just said that. All right. Yeah, if she's got something set up for a GoFundMe account so that we could help her out, that would be great. Because losing everything in a fire just has got to, I couldn't even imagine. So the solstice is tonight, just saying 102 Alaska time tonight. Yeah, the 21st of December, the winter solstice, first day officially of winter. There's a lot of talk about the vaccine being dispensed on a racial lines as opposed to actual need. You know, I don't know about that either. Again, I don't trust it. That's just me being honest. I don't trust it at all. Not at all. You know. Yes, I'm from New York. Yep, I live in New York, but not near New York City in any way, shape, or form. I'm upstate New York, up in West. Yeah, New York City's about 400 miles away from me. So here's a baby you guys don't see too often, except outside, Mr. Buddy. He's a little bitty kitty. He's such a big cat. He's so cool too. You good boy? Huh? All right. He didn't like that. Wasn't in the mood. Hey, Debbie O. You say you won't. They won't tell us what's in the vaccine. There are ingredient lists on various health sites. Uh, are you saying they likely aren't accurate? Well, the thing is, these different companies have made these vaccines that supposedly work. They're not going to give you all the information of the vaccine because then somebody else could just copy it. So I don't think that they're giving all the information. No, I don't think they're being forthright with everything. Not at all. So uh, again, when they're not releasing the study for 2 years of what they found out through their trials, which were rushed. When you have a vaccine that normally takes 2 to 4 years to come to market, and you have a vaccine that came to market in 8 months, you need to question that. You really need to do your research on that. So the Christmas star will be visible. Hold on a second. Let me just see what will be visible tomorrow just after sunset. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to see that. I definitely, hopefully that it's going to be clear enough that we're going to be able to see that. So, yeah. Beware of the natural flavors. They don't say what flavor. Yeah, right. But again, like I said, just moving forward, just try to be smart about what's going on. That's the biggest thing. Takes 2 to 5 years even to validate a virus. Yeah, this whole thing, none of it's made any sense. None of it from the very beginning, because again, why wouldn't you have locked down China? If you knew, if when you, the first time they talked about locking down cities of 12 and 15 million people in China, that should have gave us all pause to be like, wait a minute, something's not right here. And so, and then, but of course, you got accused of being a xenophobe if you said, hey, lock down and don't let them travel. Just insanity, insanity. And then again, like I said, none of it adds up. All the information from the very beginning, they've never had anything accurate at all. And again, something that has it isn't it convenient, okay? Something that has the same exact symptoms is the common flu. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. But now we call everything, the flu is not here this year. Everything is the virus. So, it's just, like I said, I'm just not buying it. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Is there a virus out there? I'm sure there is, but it's just another strain of the flu as far as I'm concerned. The flu changes every year anyway. Everybody knows that. When they make a vaccine for the flu shot every year, they're guessing on what it's going to be. But now they want you to get the flu shot and also do this other stuff as well. So it's just, it's nuts. Do you think it's possible that the vaccine was already made when COVID-19 got started and they just held on to it till now? You know what? I nothing would surprise me. I'll put it like that. I'm not saying that was a possibility that happened, but nothing would surprise me at all, to be honest with you. So what we're going to do real quickly here, guys, now, because the time is flying by and we haven't even done the egg count yet. So we're going to do the egg count. But while we're doing the egg count, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, we're at 900 on it. We got 1,500 people in the chat. We got 900 on the thumbs up. Let's jump that number up. Let's get that number up really, really good. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to do that to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for that. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms. And so thank you for that reason as well. And so also, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So thank you for that reason as well. So let's just see what people got here for a guess. All right. If you had the same exact guess as April Carey with 2 eggs, that's what we ended up with today. We ended up with 2 eggs. Now, yesterday, we had 4 yesterday, and the day before that, we had 0. So, but we only ended up with 2 today for whatever reason. That's all they gave me. So, but, like I said, time of year, it is what it is. And, I'm not, whatever they give me is fine. I'm not going to try to artificially force them to do anything. And so, it's that time of year and their bodies need that rest. And so I let them do that. It's following the natural path, the natural thing that happens with them. So, and I get more than enough eggs for my needs. So like I said, if I get extra, I give them away. So, it's not like I'm trying to make a living off of selling eggs because I don't. So, but yeah, there was, they're steady. Some days are better than others. So I had 4 eggs out of 8 chickens today. There's nothing wrong with that. I think some of my girls are getting older. The brown ones that I got, they were given to me by Patty and John, actually. I'm not sure, how old they were because they were given to them. So I don't know how old those girls are. So I don't know if they've slowed down or they stopped laying. I have no idea. But like I said, and of course, then thick neck, this time of year, she does not lay. Last winter, same thing. As soon as it got cold, she stops laying. Now in the summertime, spring and summer, she's nice and steady, gives me an egg at least, pretty much every day. So, she's very steady that way. But like this time of year, I don't get anything from her. So, but what was I going to tell you guys? I was going to tell you something else as well. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I wanted to talk about the stimulus package really quickly. And, they finally passed the stimulus package. We're going to get a whopping $600 per person, of course. Thank you. Oh my God, that'll save the day, right? What people don't understand about what breed are your hens? They're all different, different breeds. Like thick neck is an Easter egger, and then I have some barred rocks mixed in there, and there's just there are Rhode Island Reds. So there's a lot of different ones that I have. So I don't have just one certain kind of chicken. There's a whole bunch of different. Like I said, I'll add more in the spring. I'll add some fresher, younger girls in the spring, and then if I have to take some of the older girls out, then I will. We'll see how they lay in the spring, and then I'll kind of, my white hens, they just turned a year, so they're fine. They're still young enough that they'll be good for a while, but we'll see. But anyway, I want to talk about. So we got our $600 coming from this, stimulus package, right? What people don't understand is now the unemployment people that have been on unemployment, now they're going to get that extended, which is great. But the only problem is because they've passed this so late and the unemployment stuff was supposed to end the day after Christmas, they're going to be looking at least a 6-week lag before they see any money. So how many of you can go 6 weeks without any money and be okay? I mean, think about that. But you will be getting your whopping $600, and who knows when that'll come in. So there's I heard Trump did an executive order on stimulus. No one can survive off $6. Yeah, no, $600 is going to do nothing. I know he wanted it to be like 2,000 per person, which would be more helpful. It would really help people out. I know that they didn't give extra money to the states because they all wanted extra money. So, which I think is great because screw them. You destroy your own state. And they're like, they're talking about the tax revenue that they've lost. Well, then don't shut your state down and destroy your economy. It is amazing to me. It is amazing, to be honest with you. So tomorrow, obviously, is the winter solstice, which will be neat. So then that's the shortest day of the year, which I'm looking forward to that because then they start getting longer again. I am not a fan with it being dark by 5 o'clock at night. I don't like it. It's just, now today was not bad here. Like somebody said, it was too cold. We were in 33, 34 degrees. So we actually did have some melting going on today, even though it was overcast all day long. So it's what happens up here, though. It's what we have to deal with. Cuomo shuts everything down, then wants to raise taxes. Yeah, I know. It's nuts. It is absolutely nuts. All the states, realistically, think about the revenue that they've lost. Thick neck hibernates. Does she think she's a bear? Yeah, she must. She's funny. I like that chicken though. She's very, very cool. Thank you very much for the donation to us. If I appreciate it. But it gets dark by 4 p.m. here. Yeah, it's just like I said, I am not a fan. Not a fan. So anyway, I want to talk about a couple channels really quickly while I'm thinking about it too. Obviously, we had Doug and Stacy stopped in here. Somebody was saying, which is awesome. Love their channel. They're doing a lot of really cool things. Like I said, I know he's building the addition right now for his. I believe it's his mother. I believe it's his mother. So hopefully, that's the right one and not his mother-in-law. But I think that's awesome. Like I said, it's so important to be watching out for each other. We need tribes. We need people to be watching out for each other. But I want to talk about, Marfugal News. Obviously, there's another channel that I highly recommend for people to watch as well. They're out on the West Coast. Great channel. He's doing good stuff out there. I definitely encourage you. Yeah, it's his mom. Okay. All right, cool. That's cool. Now, here's the thing is, does Doug make mom dress like an Amish woman? And I'm saying that sarcastically, so please don't say I'm saying it in a bad way. I'm making a joke because everybody that knows Doug and Stacy knows that he looks like he's Amish, but he wants to be comfortable, and that's his thing. And I'm like, hey, whatever works for you. So, but obviously there is Prepper Nation. Prepper Princess is another channel. Obviously Bizariza Jizza there. He's got his channel with he's got his new series that he's doing, so definitely check that out as well. Also, you have Alaskan Prepper, you have the Canadian Prepper. So there's a lot of different channels out there, a lot of good information. We have the Angry Prepper down in New York City. Then we have the Happy Prepper, that young man that he has his channel too, and yeah, Pinball's another one. We got, yep, and Southern Prepper 1 is another one. He's a lot of good information with him. So again, those are channels that I definitely like and I recommend. Every channel you can get different information out of, and I think that that is a good thing. And if you can do that, and if you can glean something off of somebody else, North Shore Preparedness, yep, there you go. But again, if you can get, the main prepper, is he even still around? Is he even still around? But I remember watching him back when I first got going, and then he was gone. And I liked his channel. I know he had some PTSD issues, but I really, really liked his channel. So, but yeah, again, there is so much good information out there, and it's good to look at different points of view. Look at how everybody's not going to look at going off grid the same. They're not. Everybody's going to look at it differently, and that's the reality. The prepared homestead is good. Okay, yeah. The main prepper's not around anymore. I didn't think so. I didn't think he was. JJ says Amish people are good people. I'll tell you what, Amish people are the hardest working people you ever saw. They will work their butts off. They are unbelievable. They got a great work ethic. They have huge families, and they mind their own business. So but over 4,000 banks have closed. Pete Rock just said that. There's been so many closings, guys. Have not seen the main prepper in 3 years. Yeah, I knew he was. I thought he was gone. But yeah, you have had so many closings, so many businesses that are shut down completely or not coming back. It's really, really sad. Really, really sad. Alaska Granny is a good one. I haven't seen her channel. I haven't watched that. So if you search the main prepper, you'll find his videos on someone else's channel. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, like I said, I liked what he did. He was very smart, and I just, like I said, I thought it was a great channel. But there's a lot of other channels obviously out there. Like I said, Southern Prepper 1 I think is awesome. Doug and Stacy, I like them. Wranglestar is another one. I like Wranglestar. God, I'm trying to think. There's so many. There's a couple new ones that I just started watching. There's a couple that the husband was a cop, and they moved to Idaho, and they've been working on their place out there. And they said, I just watched a video that the way that they did it, and people said, oh, they came into all this money. And what they did over a six or 7 year period, they saved like $200,000, and they got 4 kids. They were very frugal with their money. And I'm trying to remember the name of that channel. Simple Living, is that them? Okay, yeah, Simple Living. Good channel. I like their stuff. They're in their 30s. They're a younger couple. Like I said, they got 4 kids, and yeah, they're really, really interesting. I just started watching them, and I really like their channel. So, and again, if you go to any of these channels that we talked about, guys, tell them Prepper Nurse 1 sent you. Like I said, I think it's important that we all work together. Wish I had $165,000. I'd buy a 43-acre property in Maine and have a place for preppers to meet. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what, but again, and one of the things that they had said, and I thought that this was really interesting. Don't have dreams, have goals. And I think that's important. I think a lot of people do lose sight of that because a lot of people will say, "Well, I wish I could do what you were doing." Well, the reality is anybody could do what I'm doing. If you put your mind to it and you save and do that type of stuff, you can do anything that you want to do. I mean, that's the reality of it. It's hard work. Red Poppy Ranch is great. Bare Independence, totally worthless. Oh, I didn't realize that he was saying that. Okay, but sorry. But I won't. Like I said, I'm not going to talk negative about anybody. That's just you know that's just me. I won't do that. So, like I said, if there's a channel and there's channels out there that I've seen that I don't care for, um, I'm not going to talk bad about them. I just don't watch. That's how I do it. I choose not to. I choose to be an adult and not judge and be a jerk to somebody. I believe that it's important to be decent as much as you possibly can be. So, but when they make the vac mandatory, will you take it then? I will not take it as many as I can before they get me. They're not going to make it mandatory. I don't see that happening. Okay, I really don't, because again, there's too many people that are just not going to get it. I did a video talking about 15% of people are absolutely anti-vaxxers that are not going to do it. So they can't. Nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to do. They can't. Now, would that make you a criminal? Possibly. Then that's a choice again. Everything is about a choice. Either you step in line and conform and do as you're told, or you make decisions. That's what it always comes down to. You know, that's the reality. I don't think that they're going to make it mandatory. I think too many people would rebel if they did that because people like to have that semblance of choice. Now, will they try to bully people? Will they try to use propaganda and manipulation? Of course, they will do that. They've already talked about that. They're talking about how do you get people to comply. They already have that agenda and they're rolling that out. You know what I mean? So they're going to use guilt. Yeah, the illusion of choice. Exactly. But again, now will there be jobs that say that if you're going to keep your job, you have to get vaccinated? Sure, there's going to be companies that are going to do that. And then you need to make a choice. Do you wish to stay at that company or not? So that comes down to individual choices once again. Um, Putting yourself in a position where they are not in control and you're in control is a really, really good place to be. And that's reducing your footprint, reducing what you owe, reducing your debt, gives you an opportunity to make choices that are going to be better for you, not better for some company, choices that are better for you. So if you can lower what you're putting out all the time, it makes a big difference. It really, really does. What would you suggest for preppers? A prepper stocking stuffer. A prepping stocking stuffer, what I would definitely suggest is actually, I can show you. I will show you what I would suggest. Hold on. Where is it? Of course, I can't find it right now. Ah. Of course, I can't find it right now, but I would suggest, in my opinion, would be some kind of water filtration. Definitely get something for water filtration. Water is the key. In a post event, and I've talked about this many, many times, more people will die from dysentery than by bullets or any other way. That's the fact. Okay, more people will die from drinking tainted water than any other way. So if you have a way to purify water, Sawyer Mini. That's exactly right there. A Sawyer Mini is a really nice thing to have. I have several of them. I think they're a great thing to have. Now, the only thing with the Sawyer Mini that you got to make sure of that it doesn't freeze after you've used it. Okay, that's important because what happens is if it freezes, the membrane will separate and then it's not effective anymore. So that's something that you have to. Yeah, chainsaw's a great stocking stuffer. Oh my God, that's funny. That'd be a big stocking. That would be a big. And I like Husqvarna, so that's Husqvarna or Steel. Either one of those guys, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with either one of those. All right, we got 1359 in the chat. We're at 1,073 and a thumbs up. Let's see if we can jump this up to 1,200. So again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet to show support for the channel, I would ask you to please do that. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. I do appreciate that if you would do that. Again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, positive or negative, and obviously we prefer positive, it really helps with the ratings. So I thank you for that reason as well. And, like I said, and of course, then the third reason is I'd like to see a lot of thumbs up. So I would ask you to do it for that reason as well. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to do so. Also hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you for that as well. Oh, and I do want to remind everybody again, I will be live streaming on Wednesday, but I will not be live streaming Friday because Friday is Christmas. And I want people to spend it with the people that they love and that they care about. And I'm sure you love and you care about me. I love and care about all of you. But that's a special day, and I want you guys to spend that with people that you see every day. So I would ask you to, to do that. So I will not be live streaming on Friday, just so you know. But I'll be back on the Sunday. So I may or may not be going to a family gathering with lots of people on Christmas. So you never know. But don't tell my governor. You know what amazes me? I got it, and this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. You look at Nazi Germany, and we're following the exact same playbook right now of Nazi Germany. They're getting neighbors to tell on neighbors. Here's the hotline. If you see people having a large gathering, call this number. It's amazing. It's amazing, and people do it. They're full of their own self-importance. It's amazing. Hey, Gray Man Prepping. Sorry to self-promote Preppers One, but I did a video on that 10 stocking stuffers for preppers. So far, I feel good because everything hold on a second. Everything started. I suggested I'm on a roll. Oh, very cool. Well, there you go. So, guys, go check out Gray Man Prepping. He's got a list of 10 stocking stuffers. That actually would be a good thing. Maybe I'll have to steal that video idea and give a list of my 10 things that I would use for, they're snitching. Yeah, exactly. But thank you very much for the donation, and don't worry about shameless self-promotion. That's okay. And thank you for the donation as well. The only difference is the Nazis were more reasonable. It is amazing to me, that people are gonna rat on each other and tell on each other. What are they? A bunch of little kids? It's unbelievable. But again, they're caught up in their own self-importance, and telling other people how and what they can do with their lives. It's insanity. It's insanity. And I'm going to tell you what. These politicians that are telling you what you should and should not do, they're still doing whatever they want to do. Even if they say, like Fauci was saying, oh, I'm not going to be getting together, this year. Bull crap. I'll bet he does anyway. He'll do it on the down low, but I'll bet he does it anyway. So, yeah, the Karens will be out in full force. Exactly. Yep. I will be alone for Christmas, but I have a couple of diseases. Well, you know what? And again, here's the thing, guys, and this is what I've said this before. If you are compromised in any way, shape, or form, should you lay low? Yes, of course you should lay low, because number one, it's flu season anyway. Okay, and so you don't put yourself in a situation where you can get sick. That's just being smart. That's just being smart. Again, I'm not telling you not to do something. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to wear a mask wherever you go, and if you want to wear a mask in your car when you're all by yourself, knock yourself out. I'm still going to laugh at you if you're in your car by yourself and you have a mask on, because I think that's ridiculous. Okay. But that's just me. Okay. Because I have common sense. And I realize if I'm alone in my car with the windows all up, definitely not wearing a mask then. Okay. But that's, like I said, that's just me. But again, if you feel safer wearing a mask, then by all means do it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to do something. Okay, if it makes you feel safer and it gives you peace of mind to wear a mask, then by all means wear one. Okay, I choose, and I'm honest, and I will tell you how I am. Always will. I don't BS. I say it like it is. I don't. I don't wear a mask anywhere. Okay, that's my choice. Okay, and the funny thing is, with that, nobody says a word to me. I see the looks, but I don't care. Look at me all day long. Say something in my face, because I will tell them what they need to mind, and that's their own business. Okay. Now, if it's a private company and they ask you to wear a mask, okay, that is obviously their choice. If it's a restaurant, and it's owned privately, and they say, you can't come in here if you don't have a mask on, well, then guess what? I'll take my business elsewhere. Again, that's their choice. So I'm not going to hold that against them, but I'm not going to go do my business there either. Again, personal choices. It's always about personal choices. So let's do this really quickly. It's amazing how fast this time has gone by tonight. Really fast. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over this country. We are a big family, is what we really are. We're the Prepper Nurse One family. Hey, Darcy, what are your thoughts on the mass exodus happening in London right now due to the announcement of the lockdown? Well, you know what, Darcy? The same thing happened in New York City, and it doesn't surprise me. If the people that have the money can get out, they're getting out, and that's exactly what they did in New York City as well. So, all right, we have Brisbane, Australia, Missouri. Thank you very much for the donation and the question as well. I do appreciate that. Virginia, Germantown, Maryland, Stark County, Ohio, Eastern North Carolina, Montana, Utah, Oregon, upstate South Carolina, Northeast Ohio, Ontario, Canada. Let's see, somewhere Oklahoma, Montreal, Canada, Texas. We have Cape Cod, Gatlin, Pennsylvania, Texas. We have Oxford, Pennsylvania, BC in Canada, British Columbia, obviously. Manchester, England, very nice. Zephyr Hills, Florida, very cool. It's going by very fast too, guys. Troy, Vermont, Cleveland, Ohio, Nowhere, Oklahoma. Love you guys. Flushing, New York, Texas again. Seattle, Washington. Sawdust, Tennessee, very cool. I like that name too. That's pretty cool. Colorado, North Carolina, Montana. Let's see. Ontario, Canada, Minnesota, Antarctica, Southeast Iowa, Union City, Pennsylvania, Red Hook, New York, Georgia, New Mexico, Hawaii, Chesapeake, Virginia, Nova Scotia. Very nice. A lot of Canadians. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Los Angeles, California, Cypher, Oklahoma. We have Washington, Beech Grove, Indiana, Massachusetts, Kansas City, Missouri, Melbourne, Australia, Hawaii again, Northeast Montana, Northern California, Illinois, Woodridge, Virginia, Michigan, Hutchings, Kansas, Chesapeake, Virginia, Louisiana, Northern Massachusetts, the Ozarks, very nice, Utah, Fox Lake, Illinois. We got Wyoming, Norway, very nice, Florida, Eastern Tennessee, South Germany. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Die Deutschland. Let's see, Southeast Iowa, Northwest Kansas. Okay, so as with a lot of German descent, and if I say this wrong, let me know. Über alles die Deutschland. So let me know if I said that right for my German folks on here. We have Ulster Park, New York, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, uh, Mesa, Arizona, Santa's Workshop. I like that. Very nice. Lori's working with Santa this year. Mesa, Arizona, Illinois. Oh, Illinois. The S is silent. Sorry. Illinois. Columbus County, Ohio, Franklin, Virginia. So again, guys, all over Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Again, we're all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge network. We're a huge family. If we could work together, it would be amazing what we could accomplish. It really would be. We're all over the place. And if we networked, we have a lot more power than people realize. And the prepping community is continuing to grow. More and more people are waking up every day. And if you're a new prepper and you're just starting, anything that you do is going to give you an advantage. So keep at it, keep working at it. Don't get despondent. Just keep doing the best you can. And I'll tell you what, it comes together. It really, truly does. Okay. So we are at 1180 on the thumbs up. We got 20. We got to hit 1200, guys. So while I'm going to ask one more push for the get us over 1200, and let's see where we get with that. Again, I appreciate all of you. I want to thank my moderators who do a fantastic job keeping the chat clean. This was a great chat tonight. We had a large crowd, 1,500 people plus in the chat tonight, which is awesome. Have your request for Christmas caroling for Wednesday? Yes. Yeah, bring Christmas caroling on Wednesday for sure. But again, I want to thank my moderators. They do a great job keeping the chat clean. It was a good chat tonight. It went by so very fast. It is amazing. Pandora is doing good. Thank you for asking. I talked about her earlier in the stream. She's doing much better. It was just a quick 5-minute episode, and then she was fine. So I will definitely keep an eye on her, and we'll see what happens. She's a baby still. She's not even 3 years old. She's 3. So, but anyway. What's Santa bringing you? I'm never a good boy, Biscuit. No, that's not me. I'm not a good boy. So I think I get coal. So anyway, we are all in this together. That is important, and people really do need to remember that we're one race called the human race. As soon as we can focus on that, then we can focus on a real problem, which is big business and the government controlling everything. Okay, so that's maybe Santa will bring me a naughty girl. That's what Santa should bring me this year. I'm good, Santa. Bring me a naughty girl. So anyway, guys, also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Also remember STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, guys, whatever you're trying to accomplish, it doesn't matter, if it's prepping related, off-grid related, whatever you're striving for, whatever dreams you want to follow. Follow your dreams, follow your heart. Don't let anybody hold you back, because the only one that really can is you. That's it. Nobody else can do that. Have dreams. Dreams are nice, but instead of dreams, set goals and make those goals happen. That's all you got to do. That one couple, with 4 kids, they saved a ton of money and worked hard, sacrificed, and now they got their place in Idaho, which I think is amazing. I think that is absolutely amazing. But again, hard work and effort and sacrifice pay off in the long run. And if you're willing to put the work in, it happens. So, yeah, Biscuit. No, not into big girls. Not my thing. Some people like the big girls. It's just, that's never been my thing. So, we all have our own flavor, and that is definitely not one of mine. So, no judgment. And there's plenty of guys out there that like the big girls. You can have them. Okay, no judgment. So anyway, guys, if I don't see you before Christmas, obviously I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Jeff's Cooking Adventure, sending love to all the preppers. Keep prepping. Merry Christmas from Jeff's Cooking Adventure. Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate that. And Merry Christmas to you as well. Again, I hope everybody has a great Christmas. If you're traveling, please be safe. Just be smart. That's the whole thing. And if you're compromised, maybe it's a year you lay low. I mean, that's just, that's also smart. So get your rest, take care of yourselves, make sure you're taking your vitamins, and be as ready as you can be. Just keep prepping. That's the biggest thing. So, anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great night. Prepper Nurse One out for now.